Go on a trip. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Amit, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about my 4-month update of the hair transplant that I got in Turkey. Now, if you can notice, my setting is a little different than usual. I am actually on holiday right now. It's been a pretty busy period for me. I've been traveling up and down quite a bit, so I finally had some time to sit down and really talk about what's going on with my hair. And of course, I always wanted to keep you guys updated on how this journey has been so far. Now, if you're new to the channel, do consider liking and subscribing. I try to post videos all about my hair transplant journey that I got from Turkey a couple of months ago. I try to do monthly updates, and I try to do little updates in between of what you can do for your hair transplant if you've currently got one from Turkey or if you're planning to get one in the future. I try to provide as many tips as I can, as well as value. Hopefully, if that's appealing to you, do consider subscribing. Also, if you guys want to see my hair dumped in water just to kind of see what it looks like when it's wet, do stay till the end of the video for that. I managed to jump in a big pool, and you'll get to see that. All right, let's jump into the update. So for the last month, not too much has changed, but I definitely do see a lot more hair growing. I'll just do a quick run up here that you can see how thick it's actually been getting compared to the last couple of months. For me, I'm ecstatic about it. I've always heard that from the 4th and 5th month is really when you'll see your hair start growing out, and that's, I guess, it's happening for me right now. I'm still very excited for what's to come, but right now this is how it's looking. Now, I did take some videos for you guys of an entire 360 of my head. As you can see, the front of my hairline is pretty much restored. It's just gonna take some time to really thicken up, and the mid scalp is also looking pretty good. So you can see here that the donut area doesn't really look that bad. You can see a little scarring, but to be honest, I'm trying to keep my hair out a bit longer on the sides anyway, and I think it looks pretty okay. I'm very content with it. We can also definitely see that the back of my crown is still empty, but you know, I see little tiny baby hairs growing out there. Maybe one day it'll sprout from there, but one can hope. The next thing I want to show is the progress of my hair growth from the 1st month till the 4th month. You can see here that the first image is just post-transplant. 1 month later, you can see very little hair growing. 2nd month looks okay. 3rd month is really where you can see a big difference. And finally, the 4th month is currently what it is. I think it looks great as well. Again, these things are going to take much more time, but the progress is happening. I think there's this weird idea that sometimes when people get a hair transplant, they're really afraid it's not going to work. For me personally, I think that as long as you're following the aftercare that you have been told to do by the clinic and the doctors, and if you're actually making sure you're taking care of your health, what you're eating, exercising, and you're just making sure your entire body is working well for you, the things on your head will also kind of work naturally for you. So I think it's important to make sure you follow your routine, try to live a healthy lifestyle, and you'll hopefully see more hair growth in the future. A few other things happened during this month. I finally got my first haircuts. If you haven't seen that video, do consider checking that out. That was when I first got a number 2 on the sides and made it pretty short. You know, it looked pretty good. To me, I thought I looked pretty decent after growing out my hair for 3 months. That was a tough phase, but I don't think I'm going to do that again. But for now, I do enjoy the short hair that I currently have. I did recently get another haircut, but this time I got a number 4 and faded it down to a 3.5. Only because I would like this little thickness of my hair on the sides, and I think it looks pretty well with the top half right now. So far, this is working for me. Obviously, a lot of people out there like to get a skin fade. I used to like getting that, but I don't know, I kind of like this look. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below if I should probably try a skin fade or keep it at this length. Another thing that happened was I started using fibres. I told myself I didn't want to use fibres up until maybe the 6th month, but lately I've been, traveling around and going for weddings and events, and I've just needed that little bit of density, I guess, to kind of just go out. Also, of course, my crown is empty, so I definitely had to use it anyway, or else I would have really looked weird with an empty crown and a full head of hair at the top. So for me, it's been pretty okay using the fibres. I'm not using it every day. It's more of like a random weekend type of situation where if I'm going out with friends and I don't feel like wearing a hat, I'll go and do that. But if you are interested in how I look with fibers, I have a video there. I'll link it below, and do consider checking that one out as well. I've also noticed that I have rarely any pimples on my head right now. Most part, I think that's a good thing. I'm also definitely scratching less on my head. I find myself not really touching my hair or my head that much throughout the day, which is great from the last month, because I remember last month there was so much of itching and so much of like just you know, it's just like ugh. But now I'm barely doing any of that stuff, so I'm pretty glad. However, I did notice one other thing, that while I was shampooing my hair and even applying some of my aftercare, when I looked in the sink, I definitely saw some hair fall out. But I don't think it was the transplanted hair. Could have been my native hair, but I don't know. I'm still taking finasteride. I'm still using Minoxodil, but I don't know. I don't know why it would be shedding, but it might have been me accidentally also pulling it out while I was probably massaging my hair. You know, who knows? Whew. No, I'm kidding, no. I think these things will still keep happening throughout this progress of your hair transplant. I don't think you should be afraid, and I think that it is all part of the process. Eventually your hair will get to that point where you want it to be. It might not be 100% perfect. A lot of people I see have said that generally people get 2 hair transplants to really get that full density that they want. For me, I would like to get a hair transplant again for my crown, and maybe even thicken up a little bit of the middle parts here. You can see that it's still pretty empty in the middle, but I'm giving it time to kind of see how far I can go. If the case is maybe after 6 to 8 months, I still see not that much density, I might consider even getting more on the mid scalp and the front, but we'll take that as it goes. To segue into that, I do hope that I can go for a second transplant at Vera Clinic itself, because since I've already been there, I would like to go there again, only because I know the people there now and I've been speaking to my consultant pretty often, and you know, it's just I'm more familiar with the place than any other right now. And my hope is that the next time I do go there, I try to film as much as I can to at least let you guys know exactly what happens. I know there's a couple of videos out there of people going there already, but I kind of want to do more of a truthful video that basically shows every nook and cranny that's actually happening there, because sometimes we all know that if someone's on camera, they're a little different. I want to try to make the best video possible for the content, for you guys, and for the awareness as well. So I did start a GoFundMe page to hopefully be able to afford to go back to Turkey and get this second hair transplant. If you guys are interested in seeing me film over there and try to get as much documentation as possible, do consider clicking the link below. If not, it's all good. I just figured, let me try to see if I can get this done, invest in some better camera than my phone, and try to get the best possible content to you guys. And finally, here's a couple of clips of me in the water. It is a little noisy here, but I just wanted to show you how my hair was gonna look in a water setting. I feel like I haven't showed you guys that, so I'm gonna dump my head in the water and hopefully you can see how it looks when it's wet. There you go. So, you know, it looks wet, but I honestly think it looks okay. I'm pretty content with it. It is only the 4th month, but we still have a long way to go. Overall, it's looking good. Looking good. So again, thank you so much for following and liking all my videos. If you like my videos, do consider liking and subscribing. Try to post as much as I can about my hair and my journey, and if you're interested to see me with a full head of hair in the future, definitely consider subscribing. That's all for me for today. I am gonna go back and enjoying this beautiful resort that I'm at for holiday. I will speak to you guys in the next one. Peace.